What's up, OBB fam? It is Toast. And when it came to their tagline, the Ed Morse Automotive Group could have said anything, but they went with backed by Morse. They want their customers to know that when they buy from Ed Morse, they are backed by Ed Morse. And right now, during the Get Backed event, every vehicle is on sale and backed by Morse. New vehicles are backed by Morse with price protection promises. All used vehicles are on sale and backed by Morse with thorough inspections and warranties. Even your service is backed by Morse with a price match guarantee. Shop hundreds of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles, all the best makes and models, all on sale, and all backed by Morse. Ed Morse even has your back with low finance rates on all your favorite vehicles, and you already know their lower finance rates mean lower monthly car payments. So make this the year you get backed by Morse. Shop an amazing selection of vehicles with unbeatable deals, all backed by Morse. Find a location nearest you and go to edmorse.com today. But remember, you're only backed by Morse when you buy from Morse.
The OBBs are very proud to welcome LifeWallet to our family in 2022. This revolutionary technology is changing the game in the medical field. The LifeWallet app locates and structures your medical records in one secure location, so you can access them easily and efficiently. Currently, your medical records are inconveniently stored by healthcare providers across multiple platforms. The hurdle we as consumers face with the current structure is that these systems do not interconnect. The solution? LifeWallet facilitates the interconnectivity of your entire medical history, from birth to present day. Download the app today at either the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. LifeWallet. The time is now.
One thing the OBB fam adores is a quality beer. No one better to get it from than South Florida's own The Tank Brewing. Located at 5100 Northwest 72nd Avenue in Miami, they've got 25,000 square feet of liquid innovation happening, 16 taps, and a great kitchen. If you can't get down to the brewery for a pint or a tour, you can find their product on the shelves of your local Publix or Total Wine. So go grab a six-pack of Loca or La Playita or Frank the Tank and pop one open as you listen to an episode of the Orange Bowl Boys. The Tank Brewing, the official bar of the OBB.
Coming to you from the middle of Canes country, you're listening to the #1 rated football podcast in the Dominican Republic.
Oh, la.
These are the Orange Bowl Boys.
Brought to you by Ed Morse. Join the 1.75 million people that have been backed by Morse. With the price protection promise, Ed Morse will match any competitor's price or refund you up to $7,500.
Here's Toast, Roman, and Scoop.
Welcome, boys and girls, to the Mario era, Chapter 20. Vende!
Hey!
Vende de Mario!
Mario! You can do it.
De Mario!
Look at that. Live and on call.
So we are recording this episode Friday evening. We are down at One Herald Plaza in Miami. It is the Luminsea Offshore Powerboat Races Ultimate Launch Party. Invited here by the crew, John Ruiz, Alex Ruiz, LifeWallet, the Cigarette Racing Team. And so all evening during this podcast, just prepare yourself now, there will be an underlaying Latin beat of hip-hop and, like right now.
Can't even hear it.
You'll hear a little bit of it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just know there's going to be a bed underneath us all evening.
I like the ambiance.
It's fantastic.
It is.
I mean, this is so. I mean, we have the Intercoastal right behind us. We're like
Biscayne Bay.
Biscayne Bay. We are. It's still part of
it's a body of water. He's fine. He's fine. Leave him alone.
We are seconds from the Miami Arena. We are in downtown South Florida.
He's on fire tonight, boys.
He told me to paint the picture. I'm doing the best I can.
Downtown South Florida. Here we are.
We are
South
here.
Florida. Yeah.
We are downtown Miami.
There we go.
In the heart of South Florida. There you go. There you go. And it's beautiful.
It is gorgeous, man. I mean, we were, so we need to thank John and Alex Ruiz and LifeWallet and Diana Diaz for first inviting us out to do the show here. We got some really cool guests lined up, y'all. So we're going to be doing this for the next hour and a half. Folks will kind of be trickling on by, but the names that we've been given, prepare yourself. I'm not going to go ahead and ruin it for you. But last night, guys, we got to go on John Ruiz's yacht called the Namaste.
Namaste.
And damn, that was fun.
It was fun. It was beautiful.
I wanted wanted to stay. I didn't want to get off the boat.
I don't think that's accurate.
What?
That he wanted to stay and not get off the boat. He kept fucking poking at me and poking at me.
Yeah.
When are we leaving?
Here was the thing. I was having more fun the first 45 minutes before it became a sardine factory and we were packed in there. Like, then I went down to the first deck.
But then we got the good seats down there.
Exactly. I got to talk with, I guess, the head, the cruise director for his yacht.
Okay.
The lady who is in charge of that stuff. Very nice young woman.
Okay.
And I got to talk to the captain for a few minutes.
Good.
But, yeah.
Did you ask
DJ
him to drive the
boat? No, I did not. That boat is ridiculous, bro. And all the boats next to it down there were all just as ridiculous.
Especially the wild duck.
The wild duck was there. Do you see that?
Yeah.
I heard they had a place in Eugene, something like that, like the wild duck.
Yeah.
It was a little hole in the wall place. I heard that.
Good though. Good.
Good place.
Good place.
It's just amazing the duck change.
They serve only Muscovy.
Are those even ducks?
Yes.
They are ducks.
Muscovy.
Hold on a second. Now I got a funny story. So we got married in Maui.
Yep.
And it was Wolfgang. It was at the Four Seasons. And it was Wolfgang Puck's restaurant at the Four Seasons. And on the menu was Muscovy duck for like $90.
Did you try it?
No. And we thought to ourselves, and we had the conversation, I'm not sure that these people understand what Muscovy duck actually is. Like, if you look at that creature, you would never eat it.
What if a South Florida Muscovy duck is different from a Hawaiian Muscovy duck?
I don't believe that to be the case.
Like, do theirs have growths on their face like ours do?
100% they
like
do.
cancerous tumors?
That's part of the delicacy. Yes. It's not actually the meat. It's the red pieces that hang off the duck's face.
You eat that part last?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Kind of like the heart of the artichoke.
They're so cute when they're younger.
Oh, adorable.
Yeah, they're the cutest little thing.
Right up until you run them over.
They are like quite possibly the hideous fowl on the face of the planet.
The worst thing is in your neighborhood when a mom gives birth and you see like 20 of them, and then that afternoon you see 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, oh man. Drain holes,
just
cars,
cats,
sewers, cats,
blue herons,
vultures,
raccoons.
They just
swoop them up.
like they're vulnerable little creatures.
And then I look at the mama Muscovy the next day and I'm like, you're a horrible mother.
Yeah, right? How can you let this happen?
They do their best. They do their best.
Oh, no.
All right. Let us... before we get down to Green Tree, gentlemen, so we are now 2 episodes in to our OBG leads. How are we feeling? Did we make the right decision? I think we did.
She's killing it.
Yeah.
She's killing it. She obviously when I had the opportunity to meet her several months ago, and I was like, guys, you got to listen to her because she holds her own. And, because she's in a new arena for her, right?
She's never done this before.
She's never done this before, and she's a female in a room full of like alpha males. That, and then people recruit next. So you're coming into the, who's who, and you got to know what you're talking about.
This whole space has been a sausage party from day one, and we are finally breaking that glass ceiling. And so 100%.
Stoked. I mean, look, it's a barrier that, like you said, you're breaking the ceiling. I mean, it's a barrier that we've now been able to cross and really kind of accentuate. And the best part is she knows what she's talking about.
Right.
I mean, for me, it's not just it's a girl. It's a girl that knows more about recruiting than I do and have ever. So, it's all about quality.
And now all you guys out there, your daughters can now dream and aspire to be a recruitnik when they get older. It's no longer just a male industry.
Very exciting stuff.
So, yeah.
She'll need a replacement by then.
No, absolutely. She will have moved on to greater things in the Orange Bowl, boys. I'm guessing in about 6 months.
That's our half-life.
Where's BTB? We need an over-under on this.
We'll be looking for her replacement because she's going to leave our asses in the dust for a well-paying gig in the media podcast, whatever, giggery.
Giggery.
All right, giggery.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a word, isn't it? Oh, I can't see my little buttons. I have
Semanticizing.
no idea which button is for Green Tree.
You don't?
I don't.
Well, you better figure it out.
I know. We're just going to start hitting buttons.
Can you stop once you hit it?
Oh, yeah, I can stop.
Let's give it a shot.
This is the first one.
Line 72. All right, hey,
Let's go! Hell yes. I will say, first of all,
Yeah, well done.
it is awesome to be doing the show, boys, together in the same room and not virtually.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Right? It's been a long time.
Jinx.
Roll my Coke. Oh, we got a drone over here right now. It's flying.
Come on over.
Yeah.
Sure.
That was he touched down nice.
They land themselves.
They do.
Don't let them
John
fool you.
Ruiz in his his attire. He's in the VIP tent right now. He's walking by. We see some players starting to trickle in.
There you go.
The VIP, the NIL VIP. That's going to be chock full of players.
Can we call him Johnny?
Yeah, I don't know.
Johnny!
Namaste.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, we were
Of course we
out
can.
with him last night. Come on.
Yeah, call whatever.
I will tell you this: the man at one point got on the ones and twos with DJ Laz, and they were co-DJing. It was awesome to see.
Just to watch it. He had one, the one ear on because
Right.
it's very important.
He's
you
a pro.
can't have both. You got to have
No,
one ear.
only one.
And I'm just watching. He's just turning the dials.
Yep.
And he's going to this dial. And he's turning the dials.
Yeah.
Just testing to see what it did.
It was awesome. It was good stuff.
A
All right.
pimp with the limp.
Love DJ Laz.
Oh my
He's
God.
a good man,
Mainstay.
man. He is absolutely.
Mainstay
Absolutely.
in South Florida radio.
Yeah. All right.
We
so,
chose this spot, right?
Yes,
So we
we
chose this spot, and we thought, man, let's get ourselves right off the water. Ooh, it's like ambiance and right off the water and the whole thing. And we failed to realize that we were facing ourselves directly into the sun on a 93-degree South Florida day.
Well, because
but
if
it's
we
now
were-
getting nice.
But if we were facing east, then our backs would be to all the people.
100%.
So we had to face west.
We had to sacrifice.
Listen, the sun's going to be down in another 20 minutes.
Okay.
So, we got sunglasses on.
Yeah, we do.
We're good.
Like to take
So
them
many
off.
80s songs just hit my head.
I know. Yeah.
Right, he was talking.
I wear my long glasses at night
Yeah.
so I can.
I look at all the lonely people.
There we go.
Well, that's
we got all
way
kinds of
before
them.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a Beatles song.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
It's not even night.
That's the great thing about when we're all together. We just start riffing.
Yeah.
I handed him a show sheet.
Ain't no stinking
Screw the
show sheet.
Ain't no show sheet for this shit. All right. So I wanted to quickly, before we get to our first guest when he gets here, I wanted to talk about the NFL draft and a rough showing for our Miami Hurricanes. Only had one player drafted, so the streak continues of having a player drafted, but that went to defensive tackle John Ford, a 7th-round pick to the Green Bay Packers. Man, the list of who wasn't: Rambo, De'Eric, Bubba, Harley, DeAndre Johnson, Zach McLeod, Jared Williams. All those guys were at least signed as unrestricted free agents. Cameron Harris, Navon Donaldson, and Amari Carter. As of now, I have not heard them being
Amari
signed.
Carter to the Bears.
Oh, was he? Okay.
I do not know the other two.
The Bears.
The Bears. It's not a surprise. Let's say it's not. No, it isn't a
I
surprise.
thought Rambo would go before Ford. I mean, I'm surprised that Rambo didn't get drafted at all.
I'm surprised. Look,
he's
well, no, it's fine, but he set the single season record.
He plays
at
faster
Miami,
than he
at
runs.
Miami.
Yeah.
And goes undrafted. It just, for me, it's not even necessarily a knock on the kids at all. It just speaks to where it culminated. And it just culminated at the end of poo, if you will. Right?
There's a reason Mario's here. And I think draft
that's
day.
a pretty good reason.
I think draft day was a culmination.
It showed you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it showed you. There was a lot of bravado, too, on social media from a lot of the guys that went unrestricted free agent. And I thought to myself, too, and I'm like, man, the film, it doesn't lie. I mean, especially defensively, now kudos to John Ford, but like some of the defensive guys, I mean, week in to week out, when you're the number one team in the country that miss tackles, right? You're part of that body of work. So it's like you don't want a lot of these films getting out. I do agree with Toast here, though. Charleston Rambo was a huge surprise for me. And you know what? You know what the difference is? He ran a 4.56, I think.
Something
in the
like that,
40.
yeah.
If he ran a 4.46, he's probably in like the 4th round.
No, absolutely, exactly.
That 1/10 of a second.
Let's go down. I want to see how you guys think our undrafted free agents will fare. I mean, John Ford, we'll see if he can stick with the Packers as a 7th-round DT. So Rambo gets signed to the Carolina Panthers. So he's going to a team with no quarterback, or with total question marks at quarterback.
You know who they drafted?
Who they draft?
You know who they drafted?
Yeah, who they draft again? Remind me. I forgot.
You don't know?
I forgot. Yeah.
It's our boy from Ole Miss.
Yes.
And let me tell you,
You know why he fell so hard?
Why?
They were saying there's issues with his partying off the field.
Oh.
That Matt apparently is a bit of a party boy.
Really?
The NFL guys
Let
were
me tell you
concerned
What else are you
about
going to do in Ole Miss?
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's like-
And you got, look, I tell you what, if Matt Corral ends up being the starting quarterback, and I told Andrew Novak this the other day, I was texting with Andrew. If Matt Corral becomes the starting quarterback of Carolina Panthers, I may have to be a fan of the Carolina Panthers because I am a huge fan of Matt Corral.
You think he's going to transit to the NFL?
I think he's got a better chance than most.
Okay.
He's got a hell of a lot better chance than Sam Howell. Let's put it that way.
Sam Howell did exactly in the draft what I thought he was going to do in the draft the first second I laid eyes on him in high school.
Which is not. Oh, hey, bring that thing back.
Yeah.
What's that little transit bus?
Just blocked the sun for a second.
Yeah, which is not much, right?
So Rambo, I think he has a good chance to stick on. I still think he's a very talented wide receiver. He broke the single-season yards record for the University of Miami Hurricanes. That's not a easy feat to do. I think he sticks. De'Aaron King, unfortunately, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know. I know he's a Swiss Army knife. I know that's the perfect landing spot for him. If someone's going to find a spot for you, it's it's the hoodie.
Yep.
But again, we got to see. I don't see him being a quarterback, but we'll see what he's able to accomplish. You got to hope. Does he have like that Charlie Ward kind of thing, or not? Heinz Ward. Sorry, Heinz Ward from Pittsburgh.
My biggest question mark in him was, man, his 40 was really slow.
Yeah,
Like he was much slower than I anticipated it being.
that injury.
Yeah, I mean, but he plays quick in space.
Mm-hmm.
So can he kind of fill out into a slot role or something like that? It's possible. But yeah, I was really surprised by that number.
Bubba Bolden to me, no chance.
Well, no. Listen, I love the fact
no.
that my Seahawks have kept the pipeline to the Canes alive and well. Alonzo Highsmith fingers all over this move. Listen, we'll see. The Seahawks have two starting safeties, but they need depth behind that, so maybe he can latch on as a. Listen, at one point we were all very high on Bubba Bolden, and then he got punched in the mouth, and he was never the same.
It
after
was the
that.
nose.
The nose, and
that was it.
We'll see if Pete Carroll and can get that back from him. And but I'm hopeful. I want to see all of our guys succeed. Mike Harley. Now this one, I am liking Mike Harley. Mike Harley's going to stick with the Browns.
Agreed.
He's got a quarterback with Deshaun and Baker.
I agree. I don't know if
I like the pause. The pause is important there. Sorry, we had to Amber Heard that for a second.
if it's the you're obsessed with that.
You really are.
Let me tell you, she is a psychopath,
hold on.
bro.
You tweeted today that she was doing coke.
Have you not seen that video?
No. So what was she mimicking how she does coke?
No,
or?
let me tell you something. She did a bump literally on the stand.
Wait, live in court?
Out of her tissue. I will show you the video. I 1,000% believe everything about it, every nuance about it. She was doing coke on the stand. Come on! I am not kidding you. It's the most savage thing I've ever seen in my entire life. She's a complete psychopath.
Isn't she Aquaman's mother?
So apparently she is. She's getting booted from Aquaman now.
Right, but is she the mother? She's the mother, right?
No,
or she's the girlfriend.
She's the girlfriend.
She's the girlfriend.
She's the girlfriend. She plays a really wonderful role in that.
I heard she's only down to 10 minutes in the Aquaman 2.
Oh no!
Yeah, you better get that
show sheet.
Yeah,
That's go Scoop, go Scoop,
run,
go.
run.
Yeah, but
Oh, boy.
back to Mike Harley, I think so too. And maybe I have that, I'm partial to the guys who just broke records. And I think if you break a record at University of Miami, your body of work, your talent level's there, and you just need to hope that you land on and latch on to a team that your system fit. And I think Mike could be a system fit.
And listen, if you're a wide receiver an undrafted free agent wide receiver trying to make it in the NFL, the most important thing is that you have a quarterback, a true QB1. And say what you will about Deshaun and whatever might have happened off the field, he's got a true number one quarterback, a top 5 guy,
and a lot
throwing
to
him
prove.
the ball. Exactly.
Yeah, a lot to
exactly.
prove. And Mike's got a chance too because special teams could be your kick returner / punt returner.
100%.
Mike's got the affinity to do it.
Dolphins signed DeAndre Johnson, who had a pretty decent year for the Canes coming off the edge, but obviously Jalen Phillips is already there in front of him. But we'll see how he does with the Dolphins. Also, Zach McLeod to the Vikings, Jared Williams to the Eagles. We'll see. Like I said, it wasn't a great showing. You only had one drafted for the University of Miami, and I think that changes moving forward, especially the way that they are accumulating talent these days down at the Gables. All right, as we continue on before some of our guests get here, we got to talk about. I mean, listen,
are we early or are they late?
Well, I don't. Well, I mean,
Miami
I'm just trying to figure out what the hell's going on around here.
I think we were on time, which is early.
Oh.
Because the main stuff on the stage doesn't start until 8:30.
I do believe.
So maybe that starts at 9.
I do believe I see an OBG over there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Where?
Maybe Morgan?
yeah?
I think that's her.
Who? Morgan's here?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
All right.
And if you haven't heard and you didn't see the announcement on social media, take it away, Scoop.
Yeah, Morgan. Morgan is our newest NIL recipient. Very excited. Couldn't be more excited, to be honest with you. And we're branching out, right? We've gone from football, now we're going to golf. I mean, look, I have two daughters that play golf, so it's very exciting.
This is why Scoop signed this deal. He's got 2 daughters that need lessons. And Morgan is
Look,
I guarantee you she'll be golfing with Kenzie and Maven in no time.
That's true. That'll be soon, actually. And we have that in the works.
I'm sure you do.
And
Yes.
the social media game is pretty strong, too.
Yes.
Social is pretty strong.
Yep.
So I'm sure your girls will have strong social media games. I'm not worried about that. Don't get that from mom.
Trying to avoid that.
Yeah.
I will
Probably
tell
smart.
you that last night on the boat, and they will be here this evening, but we got to talk to 2 very impressive young women last night that are going to be making serious noise for the University of Miami women's basketball team.
Hannah,
No
Hannah,
H.
yeah.
no H,
And Haley.
and Haley.
The Cavendish sisters, the twins.
Twins.
And they came here to win.
Dude, let me just...
That's what we were told.
That's a big deal. So they made it very clear because they've been seeing the press and all that stuff, and we got to spend some time with their dad as well. They made it very clear that, everyone's making it out. Oh, they came here because they're social media and they want NIL, this and that. Bro, they came here because they've never been to the dance. And they've got 2 chances left, and they want to go to a Final Four. They were like, hey, we'll take NIL money, but we want to win. And they were so impressed. Katie Meyer slam dunked that visit, apparently. Like the minute, at the next school they went to, all they were doing was talking about Katie Meyer to each other. So it was, it's going to be fun, but make no mistake about it, these girls came here to kick some ass.
You know, when Katie has the credentials of coaching the Olympic team, too.
She's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, exactly. She's a Hall of Famer. You ever see her statistics at the University of North Carolina when she played? Mm-hmm. Savage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Savage. It's like the MJ of females. She's got some huge. She's like the leader in points, the leader in assists. She's got some crazy records over there in Tar Heel country.
All right. Let's talk NIL.
Okay.
Because there's been the big news that happened over the weekend, or over the week, is this Jordan Addison deal. The fact that the number 1 wide receiver from Pittsburgh, who we all know very, very well, has entered the portal, and all the rumors are that he was going to go to USC. That has cooled a little bit because there's other teams competing, but here is what I wanted to bring up, because the NIL deal that USC offered him is rumored to be worth over $3 million and includes a house.
Yeah, I don't believe any of that.
So hold on. If that is true, he'll be making as much as Kenny Pickett, who's the number 20 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
This has the potential of legitimately keeping kids in school, like from jumping and leaving early. If they know they can make the money that they would make as a first-round draft pick, there's less incentive to leave. If their family needed the money, they've now got the money from that year in college. Like the pressure to leave is less.
That's a wildly interesting spin. I hadn't thought about that at all.
I mean, dude, he's going to be making more than half the first round guys.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So I mean, it's like, why?
I don't think that number's real.
Well,
I don't think that deal is real.
Well, but if you're now in a bidding war with USC, Alabama, Georgia, like all the big boys, even Miami apparently is trying to get involved in that. I mean, we've seen deals. What? There was a rumor that there's already been an $8 million deal. What, Nico? Although was his Tennessee thing falling apart or something?
Could be. That's what we're getting
That's the
from
rumor.
our girl. Yeah, that's where we're getting from our recruiting girl. She said the Nico Imaliva deal might be souring, so we'll have to go ahead and pay attention to that. Yeah, but Nico, a generational freak. That's one of those guys. I call him kind of like the Polynesian Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he's generational.
Yeah, that's him.
He's got one of those arms.
Yeah.
He's that dude. Yeah, the NIL right now, wild west market. I mean, there's some things. Did you see some of the reports today as far as like how they're going to try to?
Yeah, they're trying to put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Well,
Yeah.
so listen. Good
luck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys.
James.
Twice.
That's twice. Hey, let's see how many more we can get.
So the NCAA, whatever's left of the NCAA, wants to crack down on these collectives. So like Raising the Spear, the Seminole one, there's a Gator one, this and that. The difference between a collective and what John Ruiz is doing is pretty significant. So John Ruiz is signing players to endorse companies that exist, which is something that, listen, I've endorsed companies and products in South Florida before. Like, it's a business transaction, and it's totally above board. And per the legal definition in the state of Florida of what the NIL deals are allowed to be, that is exactly what it is supposed to be. A kid endorsing an auto dealership or some local business or a national business and being paid for that. The collective is a whole different thing, because then it's basically like a whole bunch of random folks, fans, just donating money, and then you just cutting a check for a player.
I don't know if you subliminally.
No, that's not right. Go again.
Subliminally.
No, keep trying. Keep going. Keep going.
No.
If you don't get it right, I'm going to start talking about Hillary Clinton
Subliminal
accomplishments.
messages. I don't know why I can't talk and say that word right now. All right, so listen. I don't know if you intended to do this or not, but when you talked about the collective, you totally got a Southern twang when you did it.
Oh, did I really?
Yeah.
Well,
the collective.
it's the SEC.
Hell yeah,
So
boys.
it says that the subliminal message. There you go.
It's
I
up in
finally said it right,
Ocala.
and nobody was paying attention. Listen, but they are trying to take away, and I was reading some of the notes today from an attorney that's pretty prominent on social media, and he was saying the preemptive nature on it. You can't use it to entice a kid. You can't use it to entice a kid to sign. Now, to me, this is so asinine. This is idiocracy at its finest, right? Right? You're going to sit there and ask a kid not to know what he's going to go ahead and get in an NIL deal,
Right.
and think that information's not going to be passed along to him.
Yeah.
So you want to go back to the under-the-table market is what you want, right?
Well, that's what the SEC wants.
Exactly.
Listen, make no mistake about this, and I tweeted this out yesterday, that SEC college towns are terrified of Miami billionaires. And not because they're scared of Miami per se, because this is where they get, look at their rosters. How many Dade, Broward, Palm Beach kids are on those rosters? How many 5-stars from down here go to those rosters? And they now know that that spigot is getting shut off, because now Mario can outbid all of you. And they're terrified of that.
I'm going to request something from you.
Oh, no.
I'm going to request that you do not include the SEC in any more of our tweets.
Okay, why?
Have you seen the timeline?
Oh, no, I haven't, no.
Oh, my God.
Sometimes
I went on there, and I'm like, what is all this crap? It was just full of garbage.
Oh, SEC people?
Oh, my God. It was brutal.
Oh, that's
Please
awesome.
don't ever do it again.
That's how you know they're triggered.
Exactly, yeah, baby.
They were fired up,
Oh,
bro.
good. Sometimes I like to drop a hand grenade and walk away.
Hey, Pullman, welcome. I see him. I don't think that anybody can hear us out there.
No, I don't. Well, you know, there's a lot of music being played rather loudly.
Maybe I'll just turn it up.
I don't know. No,
we're
gonna feedback.
No, listen. In a little bit, we're gonna headhunt. You know how you do, like, you know, some of those nighttime.
I just
talk
did.
shows?
I just want one click.
One click.
You're just gonna run around and just go grab somebody. Maybe Scoop will be back.
I'll be back.
Yeah, it's just gonna increase toast edit time later, but
That's not a
At a
problem.
time. Not a problem at all. Throwing this bitch out as it is. Only thing that'll get edited if we get to talk to the two-time champ if he comes by.
Yeah. We have a lot of potentials.
We
but,
do.
You know,
We
we're
do.
not terribly
I don't even know
important.
what how far into this are we? What time is it?
It's 7:40.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well,
Good thing we can talk.
we're exceptional at talking. We have no problem talking.
No.
We're all completely full of shit.
unless I say subliminal,
So yeah, keep going.
then I can't talk at all.
You got to add the ly. That's the one you can't finish.
Subliminally.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, that was
Something like that.
Yeah,
It was kind of slurred, but
Yeah,
it was
a little
there.
yeah. There you go.
I'm not good at enunciating.
I know what this show title
Enunciation.
is.
Subliminally.
Oh, Christ. Didn't someone deliver us some chicken quesadillas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ordered some chicken quesadillas for us.
They're in a box back
All right,
there.
I think we should pause, eat a little chicken quesadilla, see if any of our guests show up, and then we'll come back at it. Yeah?
Let's go.
Or no?
What else is on the show sheet?
Well, there's other stuff we can do. I'll tell you what, let's pay some bills first.
Let's do that.
Let's pay some bills first.
Let's do that.
So, bro, like, if you want to make money, I don't know how you don't throw money at Beating the Bookie and buy his packages. The dude now is dropping freebie Korean baseball winners at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
I've yet to play any because I never see them. Because I'm already asleep. The guy never sleeps.
No.
I swear he never sleeps because I wake up, I get up about 6 o'clock. I wake up and the damn tweet's out from, 1:30. And I'm like, really? And then the game's over, obviously, by 6. He's got the NHL. He's got the playoffs now. Panthers in the playoffs, right? Panthers won last night.
Mm-hmm.
Panthers go.
Go! It's all good, man. He wins you money. Beatingthebookie.com, at Beatingthebookie, Twitter. It's like a conglomerate.
There's a lot. Guys, I know. Huh? My God. And then you take those winnings.
Hey, yeah. And, hold on a second. I need to talk to you.
But
I don't know. Can
we finish the pay for the spots first, and then we can get it all?
Pay the spots, and then I'll give them a bunch of shit.
Follow the show sheet.
I put my tequila on it, so it's not working.
After you get those picks from Betting the Bookie, go to our crew at DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code TPPN. Bet $5 on any NBA team to win their game and go get $150 in free bets if they do. That's promo code TPPN only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
And take that money and go over to Caneswear.
Yeah.
Caneswear, the fastest shipping in the West.
Anyway.
All orders over $99 are free and clear in terms of shipping costs. They got Panther stuff. They got Heat stuff. They got TV Dime stuff. They got XR7 stuff, too. I've seen it. These boys have been over to Caneswear. Brett, Kenny, and the boys, they will hook you up. Caneswear.
And lastly, as you know from last week, we have welcomed on a new partner to the Orange Bowl boys, and that is the crew at Manscaped. And right now, for the remainder of the month, you can get 20% off and free shipping with promo code OBB at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. And use code OBB. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. And check out that new...
your balls? Well, thank you.
Yeah, your balls are going to be all about it. Yeah.
I think it's ladies first.
Yeah, but hold on a second, though. I do have a bone to pick.
Oh, boy.
You launched this Fairway Canes thing. Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called?
Look at him smile. Look at that.
Look at him. Yeah, that's what it's called, right? Ty? Fairway Canes? I know there's only 3 on that list because you left an open spot for the dude here. Is that correct? I know, because if there were 4, I'd be really pissed. I got to be honest with you. That'd be very uncool. Anyway, all right. Sorry.
Well, now we can talk to whoever you want to talk to.
Okay.
We've done all of our commercials.
We've done the commercials. We've done all this good stuff, right? Okay. So can we grab first guest of the night, our newest NIL member? Can we grab her?
Are you sure? If she's up for being grabbed?
I don't know. Well,
there she is.
Okay, that was well played. Well done.
Well, this is awesome. We are continuing to shatter glass ceilings in the OBB world. We have our brand new
much better
OBB ambassador and our very first OBG ambassador. Yes, OBG.
Orange Bowl girl.
That's right. Hey.
If you prefer, it could be OBW if you prefer woman.
Or L with
or
lady.
L for lady. However you want to spin
OBG,
it.
kind of like. It
does.
Yeah.
OBB, OBG.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it goes.
Morgan Pankow.
Co.
Oh, God.
Bitch.
Damn, hey, look, it's like, here's the deal. I get corrected by Jakari.
Yep.
Right? Now you get corrected by Morgan.
There you go. Morgan Pankow.
Co.
Morgan Pankow.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Sometimes, they're not terribly bright, these other two.
It's okay.
Me, on the other hand. Me. I'm fine.
Why did I get lumped into this?
You're the Neanderthal, no?
Yeah, sometimes. So Scoop over here has 2, and they're like little girls. and I have an affinity for them. I love them, even though they're their dad. But this is huge for them because they both play golf.
Yeah.
They are both phenomenal on them, phenomenal at it.
Yeah.
You know, your golf bags are in the back of your truck.
They are.
right
They
now.
never leave the back of the truck.
They're nice and pink. I love it. I love it.
One of them
Jack,
is, yeah.
pink bag, and-
Yeah, Kenzie's got a
Yeah.
pink bag, you know.
Yeah,
So this is
Now she's transitioned to regular balls now.
that's good.
Yeah.
absolute thrill for him, and thank you. I couldn't
Yeah,
thank you enough. When he
course.
told me, I was like, oh, absolutely,
Well, that's
absolutely.
my goal is to help young females. So
And you're doing it.
yeah,
with us Neanderthals.
That's right. Helping the female crowd.
There you go.
female crowd.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, something I'm actually curious about as far as like a recruitment process is,
Right.
you know, for golf. Talk us through that because, you know, being on the Orange Bowl boys, and we had Tyler on like in high school. So we could
Right.
follow it lockstep and key, right? We knew exactly what was going on. Talk to us about your process before coming to University of Miami.
I started golfing really late in my career. I was only a freshman, sophomore in high school. So comparative to my competitors, I started very, very late. So what I did was I just played in many tournaments throughout the country, try to get my name out there somehow, try to get in front of these college coaches at bigger tournaments. And you just start emailing, calling them, even though that could be scary. But that was basically the process. You email them, go to visits, that sort of thing. So you try to get them to come to you, basically.
Did you ever like send them video clips of your swing, stuff like
so-
that? Okay.
Yeah, I did. They would. Some of them would ask me. I would post it on my YouTube account and basically made like a recruitment video. So
All right.
You have to these days. I mean,
no,
look,
absolutely, yeah.
so Kenzie may even know, but Kenzie has an IG. She doesn't know she has an IG
Because you manage it.
because I manage it. She has no idea it's there. And very, very few things. Look, you have to get it because the reality is, and I live in an IG world, as you
Yes,
know,
you do.
right? So for me, the reality is that it has to be available. So the availability of it, and then potentially down the line, you can utilize it. Maybe you don't. But the reality is, as Morgan says, you have to be able to give them the information they need to be able to be recruited. Now, the communication is continuously growing, right? It's getting much, much better.
Right.
But you know, I mean, look, I'm stoked. I'm over the moon with this stuff. To be honest with you, as far as
do you
having
just
her
have
on
2
board.
daughters? That's it? Do you have
That's
a
it?
son?
No. That's
he
it.
doesn't have those
That's
kind of
it, that's
sperm.
it.
He doesn't have those kind of sperm, yeah.
No. Everyone's like, "Oh, you don't want a son?" I'm like, "No, I'll have a third daughter." So I think we're good. Yeah.
You know, in terms of like data analytics and stuff like that, because this is on the baseball. I actually have a son in baseball, and I know golf does the same thing, but they have sensors, right? They have sensors to analyze your swing.
Oh, yeah.
Was that something that you utilized a lot? Did
Oh
you
yeah.
use that?
Well, especially where I grew up in Columbus, Ohio. I mean, you can't golf for
OH.
6 months out of the OHIO.
Oh my God. Wow.
See, we do it all the time. You tell us, oh, wait, we're going to tell you I
gets
am.
so
Okay,
mad.
I
He gets
have
so
to
mad.
continue this
I
sentence,
love
you
it.
know?
I love it. That's my thought. We can stop the show right now.
You might as well just yell, "Go Gators." Like,
Now-
I don't get it. Oh my God.
Now, in terms of your recruitment, though, like, did you use like some of your analytics with your swing? Is that something that it got to that
You
level?
know
Because some
what?
of the people in baseball, they're requiring this now.
It's not about how you swing, it's about how you score, in my opinion. So if you can shoot low, doesn't matter how your swing looks.
Listen, Jim Furyk. True
I mean, look at that.
That thing was a
you
dumpster
got Jim
fire.
Furry, you got
Matthew
Matt
Wolf,
Wolf,
for
you got,
example.
you know, I mean, there's some dudes out there that are doing some pretty wild stuff.
Bagger
And-
Vance, it's all about finding your natural swing.
Yep.
The Bagger Vance said.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I will tell you this. For Morgan starting at 15, 16, whatever old she was, natural move, right? So
Yeah.
she's gifted with a natural move, obviously. So it's certainly been a blessing for her to be able to just pick it up and go. I mean, it's one of those things that I think that you're right, Ro. I mean, you certainly with the analytics and you look at it and you try to tweak it, but the reality is you have to maximize the productivity of your own natural swing.
The way I've always said it to me, that it made it in my mind, because I work with my son with it. He's young. But for me, it was just like, listen, this teaches you like what a mechanic would teach you what's going on, but it still doesn't teach you how to drive.
Right.
You still need to go out there and you need to perform. You need to go out there.
Yeah, and you want to stand over the ball not thinking about all the positions that you need to be.
Yeah,
I mean, golf
free
is
and clear.
100% mental. And if you're constantly thinking about what you need to do and where you need to be, it's just going to go downhill.
So let me ask you this. Let's talk a little bit about the Miami golf team.
Yes.
When is the season now?
Yeah.
So how are you guys doing?
We're doing well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there
doing
NCAA
well.
tournament? Like,
Yeah.
how does the whole thing
So,
work? Where do you guys stand?
Regionals is next, and if we make regionals, we get to go to nationals, which
Okay.
is in Arizona.
So how are you looking for
So
regionals?
is it if or when you make regionals?
If we made regionals.
Oh, you did?
Oh, you did make regionals.
Yeah, so we're
Okay.
going to Florida State.
All right. Boo.
So boo.
Seminole Golf Course?
Yep.
All right.
Yep. And then if we make like the top 6 or something, we get to go to nationals.
Nice. Now, who are you guys going up against first round?
Oh, there's like 12 teams.
Oh, there are. Okay.
Yeah.
But not FSU?
FSU's going to be there.
Right, but so they're the host?
They're the host.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
So home course.
Home course advantage.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if they finish first, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's like Morgan says, top 6, that's fine. You get to go out to Arizona. Where in Arizona, do you know?
It's been there. It was there for the past 2 years. I can't remember where it was, though.
Good courses out there.
You're going to
Yeah.
remember coming up here in a little bit because we have high hopes. You're going to do just
Oh,
fine.
thank you.
Nice. Well, so are you excited for tonight?
I'm
This is a
so
cool event.
excited.
Are you the MC tonight?
I guess so. I don't know what that means.
You're getting up on the stage, talking to everybody?
I guess.
Oh, yes.
We're the prep course.
Yeah,
Don't
there
worry.
we go.
You're working over to the big stage. You're on the little stage now. Now you go to the big
Yeah,
stage.
yeah.
Well, it depends on who you ask. If you ask us, this is the big stage. But don't worry.
That's accurate. He's got some good ideas sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah, very good. So what time is this thing kicking off? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we don't know either.
Miami
We're just
time.
going to talk
Yeah,
until
it's island time. Yep.
yeah, like 8:30, 9 o'clock,
Yeah,
something like that.
Something like that. When
Very
they see the
good.
crowd
So
here,
can we
that's
ask
when
you?
they'll start.
So how long? What year are you?
Junior.
You're a junior.
Junior, and I just finished my last exam yesterday, so now I'm officially a senior.
Oh!
Opa!
So 1 year left.
1 year.
1 year eligibility.
1 year left.
No, do you get an extra year for
I get an
COVID?
extra year,
yeah,
yep.
so you have 2 years
So
left.
you got 2 years left.
Yep.
Nice.
I think Tyler's got 4 years left.
Yeah, I don't know what he is.
I think Xavier has like 7.
I know. I know it's 3.
We know how many years
I know
you're probably
it's
going to
3.
get left, but we don't think it's 3.
Nice.
Everyone asks him, like, so what grade are you? And he's like, well, for school I'm this, but for football I'm this. I'm like, oh my God, this is so confusing.
It is confusing.
It is, yes.
That COVID year.
So I know it's kind of messing with the scholarships for
Right.
football and how it, I mean, are you
yeah.
dealing with that on the golf side too?
Very much so.
Really?
You have like 6-year seniors in there, and like all
And
the
they're messing up the
scholarships are
ability for
so
the young girls to
backed
come
up.
in.
Exactly right. Like all my high school girls that I golfed with, they were having such a hard time trying to find a decent college to play at because
No
all
scholarships.
these seniors
Yeah.
are staying.
Oh, they didn't expand the rosters?
No.
Oh, that's nice.
That's wild, right?
Well,
That
only
is
5
insane.
play. So
Wow,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very,
But
very-
I mean, it's kind
it's
of
like a
weird
very
how
small
that
team.
is, just kind of pushed to something, but
Right.
nobody pays attention to that.
No, sure, yeah,
Right, I mean,
absolutely.
because you
yeah.
see the football and it kind of moves around and
yep.
they adjust it. But for the smaller sports,
Right.
it's certainly getting in the way.
Right.
So these kids that are coming out of high school that thought they were going to have a chance are now kind of on the
very
sideline
hard.
waiting, right? Can they go to the school they want to go to anyway and not play, and then get a chance a year or two up the line? So it's been an issue.
Question for you. So, Morgan, up until when Blake James was the AD, there was a lot of just, I'm not going to say negativity, but just kind of there wasn't a lot of optimism about just the sports programs in general. And I don't know how much Dan Radakovich had to do with it, but all of a sudden, both tennis teams are kicking ass. You guys are going to regionals, like the baseball team, like everyone. Is there just an overall
I think
sense
it's
of
just
optimism
the overall
throughout?
positivity around the whole campus.
Is that what it is?
Like the whole atmosphere is just so much better. Like
Okay.
everyone's, I think, excited. I think it's more
Nice.
excitement. I think
Okay.
it's carrying over to how people are performing.
Because you got to think it had some sort of an impact because
Right.
just everything is just moving positively in the same direction right now.
Exactly.
Cool. All right.
Hope to see that on the golf course.
You
we
will.
know
If I ever
At
get invited, you
FSU.
will. Sure, yeah. oh, she was talking about that. Oh, yeah. You're going to go golf with me? No.
No.
I could use your help, though. I have issues with my swing.
It's accurate.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
I don't
No, I don't. I don't have any
I don't
issues
have
at all.
any issues with my swing because I
That's
don't
why he doesn't
swing.
play.
Oh, there he is. There
I didn't know he was going to show up one arm still.
Well, he's looking for sympathy.
Is that what it is? He's trying not to hold the microphone.
Right,
That's
yeah,
the
exactly.
issue. Yeah.
I think that's what
He's
it
like,
is.
oh, I'm left-handed. I can't hold the mic.
All right. Well, listen, Morgan. Thank you
You're the
very
best.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
You're
so
awesome. welcome.
Thank you for having me on.
Good luck with the
Yes.
MC. We're going to be up there cheering you on.
Yeah, I'm going to need some luck.
And if a check never clears, just talk to Scoop.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
Okay. I'll come back.
I'm pretty sure we're okay there.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
very much.
So, all right. So we got the next guest. You want to bring another one up?
I think we should
Start
bring
rolling
another
in.
one
So
up.
we should bring
Yeah.
another one up. We're going to bring
yeah.
the one-armed bandit.
right.
Is that what we're going to call him now?
Call whenever you want.
All right, Mr. Mallory, do you have time? William. I'm not sure that's.
Look at his
I'm
smile.
not even sure if that's his actual
I'm not sure
first
that's his real name.
Yeah.
It could be Willard. Like
It could
Willard.
be,
Could
yeah.
be Willard.
We're about to find out.
It's kind of interesting just to watch him try to do something.
You're kind of mean, bro.
You really are. You really are.
It's the me and me.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Well, I want to help him, but it kind of seems weird.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we now welcome to the program your starting tight end, fifth-year senior, Mr. Will Mallory.
How we doing, guys?
What's up, man?
What's up?
So,
Not much.
is it William or is it Willard or what is Will?
I guess whatever feels right for you. People kind
What's on your birth certificate?
What's your name?
William.
It is William.
William.
Okay, all right.
You're going to ask him to. We go by totally
It could be
different
Wilbur.
names.
It could have been Wilbur.
Sure.
We go by
multiple
totally
things.
different names. He's like, he gave you the perfect out to call him whatever you wanted to,
And you
you're
messed
gonna
it
give
up.
him crap.
Yeah. So this is the first time we've had you on.
Correct.
I was like, wait a minute, we haven't talked to Will.
No.
So very excited. This is at the Life Wallet event. There's going to be a bunch of Life Wallet athletes here, right?
Well, Morgan's here and Will's here, and I see TBD.
You next and everybody.
Yeah.
So how are you progressing?
Good. Yeah, a couple more days left in the sling. and
That's
then-
it?
Yeah. Couple
Oh, we
more
should have
days.
done this a couple days from now.
Yeah, and then I'm out, and we start getting after it. So I'm excited to get after it, and get back to being where I am.
How much more time as far as being ready to go?
It'll time up well, so
Okay.
I'll be getting after it in camp, and start feeling better then.
Has Coach Feld already set out a program for you and everything like that? Is he the one that kind of sets that up, or no?
Yeah, so they work well with the our PT staff.
Okay.
Joe Girardi, he's the man with the plan, and so they work really well together. So I'll be a lot with the PT, but also working with them. So they got a good relationship, and they got a plan. I know, like the first day after Coach Feld heard about it, he came up to me and he's like, "We're going to attack this," and I was like, "All right, let's get after it."
Yeah,
Excited.
I actually had some inside information because I heard about that conversation, and inside he's like, by week 10, brother, we're going to give you a mustache.
Yeah, that's it.
Just like me. That's exactly how it went down.
Hey, I like that. I wish I could grow any kind of facial. Still working on it.
It'll come. Brother, I'm 43 years old.
That's
I
right.
still can't grow a mustache right. So it might not be in your card.
It might be no hope. But you got great hair though.
That's
so
all.
it's
Yeah,
all
you got
right.
hair.
Don't
Try
worry
and
about the
make up
face.
with it there.
Yeah.
That's right. I got an X and O geek question.
There we go.
I've been
Let's
dying
geek it
to
out.
ask
Go,
a tight
go,
end
go.
because it involves Josh Gaddis. So I watched his game against Iowa. So he does this little slick. Tight end's gonna act like he's blocking. Linebacker safety over the top of you gets confused. They drop in coverage, and it's like this little delayed check. And we ran it in the spring game. To me, immediately when I saw that play, I'm like, the tight ends are going to stock up because as a defense, this is so hard for them. I don't know if you're blocking, then I want to drop back into coverage, and then when I do, you're just sneaking right over there. Tyler actually hit that play. I think it was with Arroyo on it. Mm-hmm. Nice play, huh?
Yeah, love it. I've waited 5 years for basically a tight end screen, and now we got it. So, I'm really excited for that, and just the overall use of the tight ends in this offense.
Hold on. He said, hold on, I'm coming back. And I was going to ask you why you came back. Now we know.
Yeah.
Now we know. He was hoping like hell for a tight end
No,
screen.
but I thought immediately, I was like, the tight ends are going to stock up in this offense, Will, because I just think that the bubble screen kind of variant that we were so accustomed to see it is going to be more supplanted with the fact that we're going to have a commitment to run. I saw some tight ends on some mesh routes. I saw some, trick plays involving the tight end. You got a couple. It's like we ran the same tight end trick play with you. We got Pitt on it. We ran it like the same time.
3 weeks in a row.
3 weeks in a row. We
That's
kept
right.
hitting everybody with
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
And, Gaddis does the same thing. How excited are you to go ahead and operate under Gaddis's offense?
Very excited. Watching them before he even got here, watching the Michigan film, seeing how much they use the tight ends was obviously very exciting for me, for the other guys, because it's not a one tight end offense. We want to have as many out there as we can. And so watching that and then going through the spring, I mean, you got to be excited if you're a tight end in this offense.
Well, we saw you on the sideline at the spring game, but you had to be encouraged by Elijah having, getting so many catches and just being such a part of the offense.
Brantley did.
I was going to say Brantley.
Brantley too,
really exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got to be like, I'm going to get the ball this year. I'm getting the ball.
Absolutely. Yeah, the whole tight end room. Since I've been here, I'd say this is the most talented depth-wise we've had. So I would expect to see a lot of us playing.
How's the kid Skinner fitting in?
Stud.
Yeah, stud.
He is, right? Yeah.
I say it all the time.
He's a great guy, too, isn't he?
Yeah. Everyone in that room is great football player.
He has a Chihuahua, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
What's his name?
Tall man with a little dog.
Champ. Yeah.
Wow.
Who names his Chihuahua Champ?
Yeah.
Wow.
How many 6'5" guys have a Chihuahua?
You're welcome. You're welcome, senior. You're welcome.
Somehow that got passed by in the tight end.
Well, here you go.
Not anymore.
Tell us about Champ. Just bring it up next time you're in the tight end room.
Yeah.
And we are not even remotely lying to you. He has a Chihuahua named Champ.
I guess Jaleel won't be coming on anytime again. Huh?
We're pretty good at keeping secrets sometimes.
Sometimes.
But that one wasn't meant to be a secret. I just think it's funny. Every time you say Skinner, I'm like, he's got a Chihuahua named Champ.
So listen, man, fifth-year senior, you've got to have some serious goals in your head right now for what you want. What is your goal for the 2020? And obviously there's team goals, but do you have any individual goals?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first and foremost, like you said, I want to come back and I want to have a great season with the team. I want to win a bowl game. I want to win more than that. Playoffs, championships. But obviously for myself, I have personal goals as well. Last year I wasn't satisfied with how I played, and there's more left on the table for me that I wanted to prove to myself. I know, not that I try and follow stats or not, but I always follow where I stand on all-time receiving for tight ends and touchdowns and yards and whatnot. And so that's obviously a personal goal of mine to try and stack up against those guys. And
they say you, and look, it's all about the team, it's all about it. But the reality is that if you can accomplish something that nobody else has accomplished at the University of Miami as a tight end,
you're going to help your team.
You want yourself to have that personal goal, right? Yes. I mean, that's the reality, because you want the alpha males and you want to have those goals in mind. So it is all about the team, but the reality is you reach those goals, it's helping the team.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if we're playing to the level that we know we should, those accolades come with that success. I mean, you've seen it with LSU a couple years ago winning the national championship. Seems like all those guys had accolades like that. And so, I mean, with obviously most importantly, we win, and that'll take care of the business for us personally.
Well, I have a question for you, too, because we always talk about the offensive line in terms of blocking, and we know that, Coach Cristobal, he has a unique pedigree because he's one of the few offensive line coaches in the country that, usually they're a wide receiver coach, offensive coordinator, and then they assimilate it to be a head coach. It's very rare you see an offensive line coach. And obviously, we call him Pocket Cristobal, but don't laugh at that. We're talking about Coach Mirabal. But how much have they helped you as far as your blocking in terms of the tight end room? Are they helping you the same way that they seem to be helping the offensive line?
Tremendously. I think I said it before that when they came in, that I was saying that I'm going to be sad that I think I only got 1 year with them because I think they're going to help me so much in my game, and then just the tight ends that we have now to get a couple years of that. I mean, their game is going to elevate to a whole nother level because it's just a different style, the way that they teach it, how intense they are, and how much it means to them for a tight end to be able to block to the level that they want. I mean, it's the best thing that could have happened to me for my career.
And a follow-up to that, just kind of watching the spring game from afar, looking at it on the film side of it, you guys just seem so much more balanced. Would you, what's your assessment of my assessment? You just, as the offensive line of tight ends, you guys just seem to just be so much more balanced, like you were just in the right position to make blocks all day long against the defense.
Yeah, and that's credit to coaching. That's credit to Coach Cristobal, Coach Mirabal, Coach Field, Coach Woodle. All those guys work so well together, and they grind. They grind. They're there all day. They're there, so they're busting their butt, and it translates for us in the field because they care that much. It's that important to them, and so it's important to us too. And you see that. I mean, you definitely feel we're playing together. We're playing, collectively as a group better, and we all are on the same page. And I think you guys are seeing that too.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things for me with Mario is that, and when you have that passion for this university, the way he does, right? Because those fields made him, right, into the man he is. Mm-hmm. So he genuinely wants to translate that and transcribe that to the kids that are going to play for him, the kids that are playing for him, and understand that it's just different. Like he says when he points to the U, right? It's different at that point. Now you, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, made the decision to come back before he was here.
Correct.
Right. So tell us about that a little bit, because you made the decision not knowing. Obviously, if you knew he was here. Yeah. Much easier decision. Mm. Tell us about making the decision before you knew that Mario was going to be here.
Yeah, I think it was something even before the season that I thought about. I was like, I think I'm kind of a guy that needs another year either way, and I think I wanted to stay either way just because I love the university, I love Miami, and I wanted to play with my guys some more, and wouldn't hurt to get to play with TVD again. So.
Not a bad idea.
Oh yeah, not a bad idea.
You got to leverage the assets.
Yes. Yeah. Now, are you like bunking with X? Because I know they're roommates, right? You're just like, hey, let me just like crash on your couch, okay? We got a big game tomorrow, and I know I can obliterate this linebacker.
That's going to be a tough guy to get in between. So.
Oh my goodness! Hey, it's too bad because he went over there. He walked away.
Yeah. He'll be back soon.
Yeah. I'll be happy to give him some charm about that. Holy hell, that's funny.
Are great together. You obviously see the connection they have, and me and Tyler are great. I mean, fortunately, me and him got to get really close actually during quarantine, right when COVID started.
Sure.
We were like one of the first guys to get it,
yeah.
And me and him were stuck in a house together for like 14 days, and so. But he's great. So him, X, all the guys. We got such a great team, and that's another reason to come back. The guys. That's what it's all about. So I'm just really fortunate and lucky to get to come back and play with these group of guys one more time.
You only get to do college once.
Exactly.
Right. And people are like, they want to get out. I'm like, you don't want to be in the real world, man. Like I'm telling you, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
So if you can have one more year on campus doing your thing with your boys before it becomes a job, for most people, I would say take it. I think it's brilliant.
No, I agree.
So obviously, I'm guessing from the coaching staff standpoint, this has to be the scariest 3 months in between the spring game and then the opening of fall camp because there's not a lot of contact going on. What are you guys as a team taking it upon yourselves to kind of keep that momentum going? Who's running practices? Who's getting guys together? How's that all transpiring right now?
Yeah, so we'll start back up on 23rd of May, and from there, it's full throttle. That's lifting, conditioning. That's player-run practices.
Okay. Who runs the player-run practices?
It'll be kind of like offense and defense, and we'll have certain guys. Yeah, okay. Exactly. So, quarterbacks obviously do a good job of organizing that, and, I probably won't be able to be a part of that for at least June. Mm-hmm. So I'll be running it as well. But no, it's great because, the coaches mention this all the time is, we don't want to come back in May, in June, and, have to start back.
Right.
We're continuing where we left off.
You don't want to take a step back.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the only way that they expect. Mm-hmm. That's the only way they're going to get. So, the guys are ready to get back. I know they're enjoying a little time off to rest their bodies, get done with finals and whatnot. But when we get back, it's all go.
How is the roster accepting the whole transfer portal thing with so many turnovers and guys coming in? How does the team get those guys into the fold? Like you got Mesidor and all these guys. Have you guys met them yet? Have they been on campus? Contact?
I have not met him, but the other guys that have come in and have been here for a little bit, they're in there. I guess the fortunate thing is we're familiar with transfers, and we've seen how successful and how helpful they can be for us in the past. And we know what kind of play. They didn't bring them in just for no reason, just because they're a body. They brought them in because they know what they can do. And they've been a good mesh too. Good fit for us as a team, as a family. So I'm excited to see them get more involved and get them on campus.
Anything else, boys?
I don't know. I mean,
I asked my one question about the tight end screen
I know.
delay
You just wanted to try to hit the screenplay. That's all you want to talk about.
I was like, this play is so amazing. I love it. Because I see what conflict it puts on the defense.
Everything.
He ran
and look,
like
they play
4 times.
They play a lot of tight. Right, I mean, it's the diversity in Gaddis's offense is brilliant for us. I mean, it's you're going to have a lot of the LA Rams kind of stuff with the bunch sets, and then you're going to be able to split out wide, and you can still have the same personnel on the field with you guys, with you and Arroyo and Skinner. I mean, those dudes can stretch the field.
You got some 13 set. You got some 13 set in this. You got 3.
They might be able to run 13 all day.
I mean, because when you got a guy like Skinner, you can go ahead and push him off to the side. You can, he can flex outside. You can go outside. All of you guys can go ahead and get in line. You could go into the H-back formation. And then who are you going to put on the field to cover you if you go 13 set? I mean, you're going to scare defense maybe to go small, maybe because they're scared of covering you, or they're going to force you to go big and you could go blow right by them. So that's why I love the fact University of Miami is doing. I love the fact, Will, that you told us that the tight end room was stacked because that allows you to go ahead and attack teams in a multiple of ways.
Yeah, the duo between Arroyo, Skinner, and then even Khalil, that's going to be something fun to watch. So you got something to watch for.
Yeah, wide receivers are going to be like, hey, man, you got too many tight ends on the field.
That's right. They're not going to know what's going on.
I want to get on coach. Like, no.
Hey,
we're in the red zone.
If you got better tight ends, you play the tight ends.
Yeah. New England. Hey, just keep reminding them, New England won a Super Bowl like that.
That's right.
They had 2 tight ends all day.
Oh, yeah.
Will, thank you very much, man. We appreciate it.
True pleasure. Thank you so much.
Enjoy the rest of the evening, and best of luck with finishing up the rehab, getting into the PT and banging that out. And we're looking for a huge season from you, man.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, don't let us down, all right?
Yeah, we're looking 50 catches. Let's go.
Hey, I'm looking forward to that too.
Nice.
So appreciate you guys having
Will
me.
Mallory, everybody.
Hey, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
See, we got to paint the picture, right? And we'll tell you who's the next guest on the show. But he is rocking the 305 Miami Heat because we're in the Miami Heat. I think they play again tonight, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
yes,
they're playing
in Philly.
now. In Philly. And Bede's back. I don't think it's going to matter,
doubtful.
right?
He's doubtful. I'm not sure.
No, I thought he was coming back today. I thought he was coming back today.
Not going to make a difference.
It's not going to matter.
Heat and 4.
Yeah. Well, I'd say 5, but whatever.
5, Heat of 5.
Yes, he knows. He knows.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Gilbert Frierson. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing today?
Oh, dude, we are very excited to have you on the pod.
So we got to go back a little bit because we had Malik on, right? This was years ago, and you were young. You might have been a freshman at the time. And we're like, hey, man, talk to us because we're moving to this striker position. And before we could even get it out of our mouth, he's like, Gil's that dude. No, but I want to talk. Gil's that dude.
He did over and over again.
Gil's that dude. And that's coming from a quarterback that had to face you. And obviously the talent was there. My goodness, can we see it? You just had a spring game, new defense. Talk us through it. How did it feel to be out there?
It just felt good to be out there with my brothers, learning a new system, being around a different environment, and things coming along well. We're taking it one day at a time, and it all falling in place.
Yeah, I tell you. I mean, I was at Toast and I were at spring game. Unfortunately, Rohit wasn't there. Best dude on defense.
Yes.
May have been best player of the field the entire night, to be quite honest with you. Dude was everywhere. I wish, and thankfully, we're going to see it this year. I wish we saw it a heck of a lot more last year. But this year, now we're going to get to see I won't touch on that too much. But this year, showing out, right?
Yeah, for sure. This is my last round. I just want to go out with a bang and flip the script from last year. Last year. We're going to leave it at that and move on to bigger and better things.
It only takes 1 year.
Yeah.
And that's so true because just 1 year, it's the U-turn, right? It's a complete U-turn. Now, safety room, and you're kind of hybrid, right? You can flex down. You're considered a linebacker to some. You're considered a secondary guy. Real quick, which one do you consider yourself?
To be honest, literally whatever I'm needed. It don't even matter to me. It's kind of the same thing in both ways. So I'm kind of used to it. I've been doing it for 3 years now. Well, going on 4 years, so it's really not really much of a. I
understand, Gil, but tell me, you're on the field on third down. Where do you want to be? You want to be in the box? You want to be back out? You want to be in coverage? You want to knock the quarterback? What do you want to do? Tell me.
I've been in the box.
He likes to bang it up, don't you?
I've been in the box.
Look, you see it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you see how aggressive the kid is.
Yeah, I almost definitely in the box.
Yeah.
See, there you go. Now I know he's
got a big smile on his face.
He's got the heart of a linebacker.
He
covers like a corner.
and James stay back there. He's like, I don't need to be back there. Who needs cover 3? Just
He
let me
covers
stay
like
up
a
front.
corner, but he's got the heart
That's
of a
right.
linebacker.
That's
He
right.
just admitted it right here. You know what he is.
So how much fun you have with Kevin Steele?
Oh, Coach Steele. Oh, he old school. He is. He old school, man.
He just got a Twitter for the first time.
Yeah, I know. I seen that. And I'm like, all these years. He's man, Coach, what, 43 years, 40 something
Something
years?
like that, yeah.
I'm like, he come
I'm
to
not
Miami
sure
and
he knew what
finally
it
they
was.
make him make a Twitter.
I'm not sure you knew what it
That's how
was,
you know it's
though.
different. That's how you know it's different. Of course he knew what it was. He gotta know. He been around that much. He gotta know. But Coach Steele's a great dude, man. He's a great
We
guy.
knew we were in good hands, Gil, because as soon as he had like one of his opening pressers, he called it a program. I'm like, I haven't heard an
love
old
guys
school
that
dude call it a program.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you've been
different. It's
around a
different.
long time, and you're from that side of the pond if you're calling it a program. But the good news is, all those years of coaching, I don't think you're going to surprise him at all. Nothing anybody's going to show him on film this year is going to surprise that man. I think it's going to help you guys.
Yeah, because he's seen a lot of talent through all those years. He sent guys to the NFL and the next level and prepared them well for that next big stage. And it's just great. He's a great guy. He fits the program. And how he said it? Program.
It's not. There's no A. It's a U at the end.
program.
Of it. Hey, so it's next time you
It's
go
kind
into
of like
practice.
Bobby Bowden.
Yeah, like Bobby, exactly. Those guys hang out. Well, sorry, not anymore.
But that's how they spoke to each other.
Yeah, program.
They were both in the SEC. Well, I mean, Bobby wasn't, but he's like in SEC country up there in the Panhandle, right?
And he called it a program.
That's right.
So coming out of the spring game, a lot of the big talk, especially amongst the fandom, was the DBs won. I mean, you guys won. I'm going to slide you back a little bit. I felt like you guys did a pretty good job against the wide receivers. And we asked Devontae, we're like, was it the wide receivers not maybe playing as well, or because you guys were just playing that much better? And he took the DB side. He took that side all day. Where's your side? You clamped them, right? All clamps that day?
Man, we just be working and competing every day. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, we won that, because it's been many days where they came out there and gave us that work. And
Yeah, but it wasn't that day.
It wasn't that. We were there.
So when you have that day,
to y'all.
Gil, we were there. We saw it with our own 2 eyes.
when you have that day, you tell them you had that day. X, where you at?
Yeah,
They had that day.
Clamps.
Yeah, we win days, they win days, but we all be competing. At the end of the day, we all just trying to make each other better for Saturdays when we all together as one. So it just be fun out there competing and talking smack to each other.
I know, I got you. So speaking of that, we ask everybody that we have, and it's secondary. So we asked Tay this, maybe just Tay. Of the receivers that are on the team currently, who is the hardest to cover in your mind? If you had a one-on-one matchup, who's the hardest dude to cover?
I mean, I stick the slots all day, so I'm going to say X and Brashad.
Okay. All right. I wanted one. He gave us 2. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's his way of skirting that one, too.
Yeah. I've been around long enough. I've been around long enough. Our slots, yeah, man.
He is guys way more nice to the offensive side than Avante is. Avante is.
Tay was telling him, man.
He is. That's the energy he brings, and guys feed off that, too, so it's a great thing to have.
But that's another thing, too, because, you talk about Avante, you talk about James when Cam comes back. You can move everywhere on that defense, man. You guys aren't in the same spot, it seems like, twice. And then you go back and you watch the guy who called it a program. I mean, he's literally has 2 defensive linemen against LSU. And he's got like 9 DB guys on the field. You got to appreciate that, yes or no, the fact that you can be so multiple on defense these days.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He got so many things up his sleeve, and like, when we think, all right, that might be enough right there, he throws some more at us. He call it his little, what he call it? He got a little name for it. He throws a little and a little extra here and there. Be like, all right, so if they do this, we got this.
Now let's put this to bed.
Do that, we got that.
He's seen everything.
He's literally seen everything.
And I want to put this to bed right now because, when they hand over the program, like the actual roster to the opposing team, they have to usually identify as a defense, right? They say a 4-3, right? They can say you're a base 4-3, but tell everybody right now, like, listen, we're a multiple defense. We line up in crazy things all the time.
Literally.
Yes.
You never know exactly what we in. You would never know what we in for real.
When it says it's a 4-3, I know it says it's a 4-3, but it doesn't mean that they're going to line up in a 4-3. They might not even line up in an even front all day, you know?
Yeah,
So-
he got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So, one of the keys to defense is that you don't think you can just react. Is the defense he's installing more complicated than what you guys have run the last few years? Like, is there... Yeah or no?
I wouldn't say more complicated. I mean,
maybe a bigger playbook?
A bigger playbook.
Okay.
A bigger playbook. I wouldn't say more complicated, but a bigger playbook. But, it's different when you going into, when you in spring and you install it and all that. And then when you get the game plan, it's kind of cut short.
Okay.
And you kind of know exactly what you're running this game. And so that's when it gets easier. I mean, throughout camp, you got to learn everything. But you might learn something in camp and might not use it in week 8.
Right.
Or the way you did it in camp, you might change it throughout the weeks, and then we'll be like, all right, go back to camp rules. You know what I'm saying? Your day one install and things like that.
That's what I was going to ask. I'm going to ask it a different way. Whose install was bigger? Was this install bigger, or was last year's installs bigger?
I mean, it's kind of like I say, it's kind of the same. Like as of installing plays, you're going to install a lot of plays.
So they might, how many, a typical install, they might have 3 blitzes and 4 coverages and sub packages that they add. Like, what's been the biggest under Steele? Like, wow, this is a big install day.
Day one.
Day one.
Literally.
Coach, there's 52 blitzes on this.
Day one. He came like in the middle. He didn't come at the beginning of spring. So came in the middle. He kind of eased us in it. And then day one install like that.
Yeah.
All right.
They threw you in the deep end.
It's real.
Yeah, I think, and I'm going to even go further on that same question. I think it's more about the variables of what the base plays can be, right? Like Gil was saying.
And at the same time, he's still learning how we learn and learning how we operate and learning where to put guys at in different spots and letting everybody get a feel for different spots. So it was really like I can say, test run of, all right, you might be here today and you might be here tomorrow. And you need to learn that too, because you never know where you're going to be needed. Like everybody all in the same boat. We learning together and we installing together, so everybody kind of know what everybody got.
So are you guys pretty solidified where you're at now as far as positions, or are you still kind of
we moving around.
Everybody's still moving around some?
Everybody's
not everybody, but some.
Around.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of guys out for spring, a lot of guys that was injured with injuries, and so it's like, you actually don't know where you're going to be at. Just be ready where you need it at.
So, transfer portal, I don't think it's going away. It's kind of added the free agency market to the college game, right?
Yeah, I see.
I know, right? Now, I know where you line up, but did you just go ahead and look at the new defensive line and be like, damn.
They put some bodies up there.
Yeah.
I mean, for the guys we got right now, I ain't see all the new guys and things like that. But for the guys we got now, we got, JT, LT. My bad, LT.
JHH.
Hunt, which he was out, what I mean? Then you got big body J Mill. So it's like we got a couple of guys, then we got the new guys that's coming in. So
So you got somebody coming in from Maryland, somebody coming in from West Virginia, and it's all of a sudden you're gonna be like, wow,
all conference players.
All conference players too.
Yeah. So I mean, they certainly have the capacity. Look, I don't think the Mario's bringing anybody in that can't play, right? I mean, that's the reality.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I leave that up to the coach.
So how about the DB room though? How about the DB room, right? So you have
Coach Aday.
Well, I was thinking Porter's coming back.
Yep.
Right? So he's not on campus yet, right?
Who?
Well, you want to do some social? Go ahead. Porter. Come on, we got all the time in the world. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, we chilling.
He edits all this stuff anyway. It doesn't matter.
Except this. We want to edit this.
Yeah. This is great. We're going to leave this in. Yeah.
We can keep it rolling.
Our famous last words was like, don't worry, we'll edit that out.
No problem.
Just keep it rolling.
Were you the, speaking of NIL, were you the first Life Wallet?
Yeah.
I can see why.
That's right.
I can see why. Yeah, man. So you just have some personalities. Listen, let's just be real. Like I met you like a few minutes ago, right? Been a fan of you, been watching you play since you got here. But like you just smile and I smile, man.
It is pretty contagious, isn't it?
Yeah. You laugh, I laugh. I'm like, yeah.
It's kind of like Tay, right? Tay's on the screen. He smiles.
I love Tay.
And you can't help but smile with the guy.
Like I always tell Tay, man, I need some energy from you so I can get going. Like that's the type of energy he brings. Like
He said he's changing it up this year. He's been much more vocal, much more energetic.
He's confident, positive in himself, spreading it, coming out. You know, you got a guy to the right of you that's giving it his all every day. I salute the Tate, man, because I say he made me a better player. Like, hey, I'm like, hey, Tate, man, get me going, man, let's go. And he do something. Whatever he do, he do.
So, from your mind, from your standpoint, and players in general, how, I got to think, getting an NIL deal where you know you're getting some cash in your pockets got to kind of take a little burden off your shoulder. You got enough money if you want to go get pizza. Like certain little things you don't have to worry about now anymore. Does that kind of help your mindset? Does that kind of take a little weight off your shoulder? You know, help out your family and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's a good thing, man. Because you know you got guys that in the previous years left early because of that situation where they couldn't provide for their family, or they might have a kid, or all those little things, and that might not have been the best thing to do at the time. But I mean, for the money they had to do what they had to do to support their family. So with all this NIL, I think it's just a blessing. Because like I say, man, we have our family. You know, you got a little weight off your shoulder. By the end of the day, you got to always remember the bigger goal. Of course, we can't get distracted in all this NIL things and all the money that's flying around right now. You still got to go out there and play football on Saturdays. At the end of the day,
and I think, to be quite honest with you, I think that's where LifeWall separates itself. They really do stand out as far as
why are we here?
That's correct. We're here because of the LifeWall. I mean, this entire
nice event,
right? Luminsea and LifeWall, but it's more about teaching you. Not everybody's making the NFL, right? So you're going to get to play on sides, but it's teaching you.
Learn life lessons.
It's life lessons.
Life lessons.
And life lessons.
Wallet and life lessons.
That's it. There you go. So
you
learning
put your
life
lessons in your life wallet.
There you go.
Put your life lessons in your life wallet.
That's your next promo bit.
That is a good one. Where's Diana?
He got it on record. He got it right there.
He got it on video. Hey, show her that, would you?
Nah, but honestly though, even the very first commercial we did, right? And right there, he's the cameraman. He can witness. It literally took us 6 hours.
Yeah,
hours. And at first he was just teaching me how to talk, teaching me how to be confident in my voice, teaching me how to change my mood tones, whatever, how to deliver my message to the audience. And it took some time. We did it. I had to get comfortable. He helped make me comfortable, really sitting there, taking his time, really teaching me, really just doing the right thing. And it was crazy because I'm I thought I do interviews a lot. We do interviews at the school. They teach us. But I'm really here just sitting there for hours, just listening to the same thing over and over and over and over until I get it. We just took our time and things like that. You won't even realize, but that's what NIL bring you. Bring you people like John and the Life Wallet family around you, and they just help you with life, help you think outside of football. That we don't really talk about it much, but we don't think about it as much either. So to have somebody in your corner that telling you have your football dreams, but you gotta have life experience.
Amen. So, Gil, let me get you out of here on this one. Obviously, a South Florida guy. We're all hoping that this new staff with Mario and the energy is going to be able to keep a lot more South Florida kids home.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What are you hearing from kids that are still in high school? Is there that momentum to kind of stay home a little bit?
I mean, we see it. Y'all see it out there. But like I said, we ain't play yet. So, when we start getting going, they doing a locker room right now. Get the new facility.
Yes.
I mean, I wish I had a couple more years under my belt.
Did they give you guys any input?
That's what everybody says. Everybody says that. Did they give you guys input?
I mean, some of us kind of seen it, but not really. It's gonna be nice. It's just gonna be nice. It's a great change, and we've been waiting for this for years. I mean, they've been saying it for years, and now it's actually getting done. And the new facility, and these guys finna have everything they need. In the next couple of years, man. I feel bad for whoever played the Canes because I wish I was there with them boys. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I had, with all this NIL and everything that's going on and the new locker room, new coaches, new environment, I wish I had more time with these guys. Man. I'm not gonna lie. These guys are gonna have it good, man. But in the day, like I said, man, they gotta work hard, and we just gotta prove that we are what we say we are.
The reality is you made a choice to come back. So you get one more year.
Yeah.
You get to run out to smoke with them again, right? So you do it 6 or 7 times at home. And best of luck to you, man. We're so excited that you were able to come on the show with us.
Of course, man. Anytime.
You're a favorite, bro. We're big fans.
Anytime y'all need me, just call me, man.
Absolutely.
And we got the Smile Club, man.
I know.
We do. We have everybody come on this show is just smiling, happy. Will smiling.
What's not to be happy about?
Showing off his hair.
We're going to win this year. We're getting paid. I mean, what's not to be happy about? out.
Hey, the Heat winning right now.
Right.
There we go. Yeah.
There we
And
go.
the Florida Panthers right
Florida
there.
Panthers. Here we go. Yeah,
let's
no,
go.
everything is going
I mean,
well.
this is what we've been waiting on.
There you go.
We all been waiting.
You know why the Heat and the Panthers are doing well? Mario's here.
Yes, exactly.
Now you gotta give Coach Spolstra and all the boys their credit. You gotta get them boys their credit.
Coach Spoelstra and Coach L. That's why it's all happening for him.
Yeah, even our basketball team, man. You see every team, man. We're just trying to flip it, change the city. We live in a great city. You look, if you just look out here,
Look at it.
Right? It's
Look at
awesome. Friggin' awesome. And you can afford to live in one of those now.
I don't know about that. I don't know about the prices down here. I don't know about that.
True story.
Now, these prices down here is crazy right now. But,
The time is now.
hey, the time is now. Hey,
Except in the real estate market.
hey, for
Hey,
You're selling.
watch yourself.
Unless you have a really good realtor.
There you go.
hey, because right now these prices ain't no
It's insane. No joke. No joke.
No joke.
Well, listen,
I live over here.
man. You enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much, Gil. We had an absolute pleasure talking to you, bro.
All right, thanks for having me.
1,000%.
Gilbert Frierson, everybody. Well, damn.
Smile.
Dude, just infectious personality on that kid.
That's why I said I know why you were the first one.
Oh,
So great.
like, yeah, like he needs to be like hosting a show, and like if he doesn't make it out, like he's got just media in his future if he wants it.
He's great.
Seriously, he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal.
great.
Yeah. All right, so what do we want to do here, guys? What time you got, Scoop? It's about time for the main stage.
I have
tonight.
8:30.
Yeah.
I don't know when they're starting this.
Well, we have an OG over there. What we got? Well, we got one of the OG NIL guys.
Yeah, we got T.
Yeah,
Ruiz over there.
Well,
We're
bring
talking
T-
to Drew.
Well, he's talking to Drew. Maybe we'll bring Drew on.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Hey, Drew, you want to come chat?
That's another episode in the books. The Orange Bowl Boys are brought to you by Ed Morse Automotive Group. Visit edmorse.com.